based off of what Trump just now posted about on his Twitter page, on his X page, and on Truth Social, just thanking Elon for his part in everything that he's done. Yo, I think that was actually very respectable. I got to make sure I show him some love for that. I mean, that right there is selfless. That right there, he didn't have to do that.
Given me his complete and total endorsement. I will create a government efficiency commission tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic reforms. As the first order of business, this commission will develop an action plan to totally eliminate fraud and improper payments within 6 months.
This is an order creating and implementing the Department of Governmental Efficiency, known as DOGE.
That's a big one. I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it. By slashing all of the fraud, waste, and theft we can find, we will defeat inflation, bring down mortgage rates, lower car payments and grocery prices, protect our seniors, and put more money in the pockets of American families.
That is going to do more to unleash innovation, to unleash economic prosperity, when you don't have this crushing bureaucracy that answers to nobody sitting on top of the American people.
Well, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars of money that's going to places where it shouldn't be going. I ran on this, and the people want me to find it. And I've had a great help with Elon Musk, who's been terrific.
We are going line by line when it comes to the federal government's books. American taxpayers will see significant savings because of that effort.
These are systematic, programmatic reforms that we're talking about here.
People work their whole lives and pay taxes, yet they find out that they've been giving $2 million to Guatemala for sex changes. It's outrageous.
We've been overwhelmed with the positive response of Elon's efforts. There's going to be so much savings because of what DOGE is doing that you should be really, really excited about it.
I'm very proud of the job that this group are doing. They're doing it at my insistence. It would be a lot easier not to do it, but we have to take some of these things apart to find the corruption. We found tremendous corruption. Thank you, Elon.
Hey, shout out to Trump for that, man. Shout out to Trump for showing love to Elon, but also shout out to Elon for being deserving of that love, for real, because he stepped in. They promised to find trillions of dollars worth of waste, fraud, and abuse. They found 1.7 billion, I believe it's $1.7 billion in waste, fraud, and abuse. My brother, JD Vance, he pulled up and he said a couple of things about this as well. Gonna let y'all know exactly what he said in this video right here. Make sure y'all hit the like button, gang, because I think this is all important. I want to show y'all this right here because based off of what Trump just now posted about on his Twitter page, on his X page, and on Truth Social, just thanking Elon for his part in everything that he's done. Yo, I think that was actually very respectable. I got to make sure I show him some love for that. I mean, that right there is selfless. That right there, he didn't have to do that. He don't have to praise Elon. He don't have to thank him. He's already, you know what I mean? He's already built like a really solid partnership with Elon, in my opinion. All right. He ain't got to glaze him at all. But I do appreciate the fact that he said that about him. Now, check out what JD Vance said about him, too.
I think what he's done is really incredible. People sort of forget that when he came into the U.S. government, we had never had a full-scale effort to actually look at, are we spending the American people's dollars wisely? And he found in a very short period of time over $170 billion of waste, fraud, and abuse. I think there's also an effort by the media to sort of say the Elon era is over. And I think that's actually totally wrong. Now, he has obviously a day job and he's got to go back to his day job to run his companies. But the DOGE effort will continue. Elon will continue to be an important advisor for both me and the president. And most importantly, the job of making the government more efficient, of not wasting people's money, that has to continue. I think it's one of the most important mandates that we got from the American people. We're going to keep on executing on that mandate. I think what he's done is really incredible.
Now, I said 1.7, it was 170 billion. But here's the thing, too. Now it's up to the Senate and the House to make sure that they make these cuts for the waste, fraud, and abuse that was actually pointed out, that DOGE figured out and put in front of the public and said, this is happening, that's happening, this is happening, and that's happening. What we going to do about it? Now it's up for them to say, make some cuts for it. Now, I stay in a state that's 90% Democrat. No matter where I am, I went over to my mother-in-law's house yesterday because she said that her microwave wasn't working. She also needed a couple of things over there, groceries and some other stuff. So I went over there to visit her. When I got over there, my brother-in-law and his wife was over there just sitting down talking to her, and she was excited to see me and she was excited to see them. And when I pulled up, I did what I had to do, dropped off what I needed to drop off, but they immediately started complaining about Trump being in office. This is being taken out. That's being taken out. DC Water is losing their funding. This department is losing their funding. And they just kept on talking. This is Trump fault, Trump fault. And usually I assert myself into the conversation and I will say, yeah, y'all blaming Trump, but it really ain't Trump's fault. This is what it is. We're cleaning up a mess that has been backed up for a long time. A lot of things were just blatantly disregarded and blatantly taken advantage of in the last administration. What you're seeing right now is called a course correction. All right. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age. I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. All of your toys, all of your money, all of that extra stuff that you have been abusing, all of that extra overtime when you wasn't really doing anything, all of that stuff is being audited. Is being removed for the moment because we got to clean up our house in order for us to move forward. He said he wanted to make America great again. Well, you can't do that if you keep everything the same. Unfortunately, though, everybody that's biased towards Trump, they don't want to hear none of that. They don't care if he completely reshaped this country into something completely beautiful where we're not in debt at all. Right now, we're like $30-something trillion in debt. As a nation, if he bring that down to $5 in debt, they will still have something to say. So I'm sitting in this house, listening to them bash Trump and go back and forth. And I was starting to say something, but then I realized that I'm not in present company who will understand the information that I put out there. Even if I backed it up with, I would just start showing them facts on my phone or just starting to just break it down to them on a lower level, first local, then national, then international level. Even if I do that, showing them all types of receipts, they wouldn't understand because when you have TDS, you cannot fix that in a day. You can't fix that in one conversation.